All right, welcome back everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be doing something that I love to do early in the season, and I'm gonna go try and find myself some giant bluegills. And yes, I said myself. It's one of those days. I got up late. It's already like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah. Hopefully I don't pay for it. Hopefully the fish are biting and there's some giants around. Those of you guys that know, this is my thing. I'm gonna try and get some giants, and then yeah, I have some other ideas today, so keep your fingers crossed for me. I get at least one giant today, and yeah, we'll see how it happens. That's a big bluegill. Here's the first one. Looks like a healthy male. Way back underneath these piers. Probably about 8 inches. That feels like a good one. Found a spot there stacked up over here. Not quite that big. Could be bigger. Not the giants I'm after, but a good comparison. That feels like a better one. A little bit better. That'd be a good eater. Ooh, that's tempting. Probably not though. I think that's a male. Just not dark. Fun little spot right here. A bunch of them right here. Sitting on all these new lily pads. Nothing gigantic, but there's a ton of fish here. Now we just got to see if there's a giant in this pile. There's hundreds of fish over here apparently. Just keeping it simple, using that. I have this little one. It's like a 1/64 ounce sickle hook jig, simple bobber, and then it's on my tuned up customs Apex. This is my Elite Ultralight. It's a 7.2. This thing's so fun. I have everything linked in the description. I don't know if you're new here. I'm sure those aren't that. I'm sure those that aren't new here know this already. But if you don't, you can use my code DWS10 to save 10% off when you go on tunedupcustoms.com. I have it all linked in the description. If you guys ever pick up a rod from them, remember to use that code, and it helps the channel. And yeah, gets you 10% off on all your orders. So like whatever you order, 10% off. But yeah, I'm gonna see if there's any giants in this pile of lily pads over here. These are all new, fresh grown this year, and I think they're just stacked in here, so we'll see if there's any giants. That was quick. If anything, this is just fun. I mean, these are good sized fish. If I wanted to eat fish today, I found the spot for them. Almost makes me want to keep a couple of these guys. We'll see. Still early. That one feels bigger. Right after that last cast. There's a good one. That's what I'm looking for. That's like a 9. Let's see. Bump board this monster that I can barely hold. Yep, 9-incher, right on the dot. Nice giant female. Let's find the male counterpart though. I want that colorful male. That feels like a good one. Yeah, that's a big bluegill. Come here. That's a 10. That is a real fish. Oh, jeez. She's a giant. God, they look so cool when they're perfect like that. Oh, she's a little over 9.5. 9 3/4. Get her back. Definitely need to get more of those. They pull so hard. This rod is a blast. I wonder how many are stuck up in that little area. I'm gonna find out. Okay, I don't know what you guys saw last. I just had like an SD card error thing. First time in a while. But I did just catch an 8.5. That was gigantic. So I'm gonna keep fishing this spot, see how many I can pull out of it. I'm gonna cut out all the tiny ones just so I'm not wasting your guys' time with those little guys. I know there's some more freaks around, so I'll just look for those, and yeah, hopefully the next thing you guys see is another 10-inch bluegill. Well, hopefully you saw the 9.5, but a 10-inch bluegill is what I'm after. I'm always trying to catch that when I'm fishing for the giants in the spring, and then if it's really big, I'll weigh it, because anything over, I think it's 1 pound 12 ounces is what I got to beat for my personal best bluegill. So got a chance at it. We'll see. Figured there would be a fish underneath the front of that pier, and it's a bigger one. Oh no, lost it. Not bad, not a giant, but not bad. There's a fish up there. Finding every lily pad that he can go through. Not even that big. I mean, he's nice, but he's not that big. This little dude was having his way with me. Oh, there's a big one. Come here. It has been too long. Not a giant. That's the first decent one I've gotten in like a couple of hours. Probably an 8. Moved around a lot and just started fishing these boat slips. And there hasn't been anything around. So that's the first one in like 3 hours. Let's see if we can find a couple more around here. They might have already moved out of this area. This isn't a very long thing. Usually I can get in on these guys a couple times and then they disappear. This guy was just swimming with it. A decent one too. Come here. This guy must have grabbed it on the fall. He was just swimming with it. Another 8. That feels good. 'Cause it is thick. There are bluegills underneath that pier. That's a first. Never gotten big gills underneath the end of this pier. Oh, a little big to swing. That's a giant. I wonder how many more of those are down there. Once again, it's been a couple hours. Been just casting for like 2 hours now. And I've caught a ton of little ones, but those bigger ones just, they seem like they're only way up underneath things, and there's only a couple of the giants in a group. And every time I find some, it gets harder and harder to get to them because I gotta make perfect cast. Needless to say, the perfect cast that I've been having to make is driving me nuts. I mean, that's probably why I'm addicted to fishing for these things, because it's not like you can just cast out in the middle of nowhere and get a bunch of them. You gotta really, really gotta be on the spot. Make a couple hundred casts in between fish. Another one. Gotta be careful not to pull the hook on these big ones. Soaked. That is a big one. Get in there. That is such a giant female. She's a rip and drag. 9 3/4. A lot of them, close to 10 today. Okay guys, I don't know what you guys are gonna see last here because it's been an on and off thing. I would catch fish for about 5-10 minutes and then well, I think the best, you guys might have seen a couple of those. I found a spot where there's some lily pads. They were just coming up. They're fresh and new lily pads for this season. And yeah, they were stacked up and all, like, kind of scattered around there. And honestly, I think that's the first time I've ever gotten them like that. So cool, I learned something new. So now I have something else I can look forward to in future years here. Just a tip for you guys, early in the season, so this is still technically pre-spawn, just right around that area. When you're looking for big bluegills, the easiest thing to do is go find yourself some lily pads and start casting around them. And don't think just because you made 1 or 2 casts that you didn't find any fish, because literally I made like 1,000 casts today. Probably more. My arm's really sore. But it was one of those things where, like, there was a group of fish and then I trolled around and casted and didn't see anything for, like, I don't know, I think I spent the longest time I spent between fish was like an hour and a half. So like I said, if you guys aren't seeing something, make more casts. That's the biggest tip I can give you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little big bluegill short here. This is gonna be a really short little video, and yeah, hopefully you guys get out there, enjoy the weather, bluebird skies. Sometimes you just gotta go fishing. See you guys next time.